Alright, you guys, this is my old stomping grounds. I used to live here. This is where I grew up, in this neighborhood, man. I got some friends who still live here, and they were telling me, because we were comparing what happens upstate, because I live upstate now, and I'm telling them what's going on up there, like Middletown area, compared to what's going on in the city. And they're telling me some stuff that's breaking my heart now. Now, I grew up in this neighborhood. My grandmother was one of the first African American people to move into this neighborhood, and that was a hard fought battle for her to win, and she lived here for, my family's been in this community for over 50 years, and my friends are down here like, you guys, you got to come down here, you got to see what's happening here. And the first thing when we pull up here, first thing I see is the store that I used to go into. I used to know, and I know the owners of this store. You see right there, it says in that window, store closing. Everything must go. This store has been around longer than I've been alive. I've been alive for years, and this store predates me. Now, this store's been around for almost 4 decades, probably closer to 4 decades. They survived. They survived, 9/11. They survived the power outages of the I wasn't born in the 70s, but all the stuff that happened all them years ago. Now, they survived all of that, but they could not survive March through October of 2020. March through October of 2020 broke these people. Now, that's what's so sad about this. I used to go into this store. This was a store that everybody when I went to school, there was a dance. You went here for your, the girls that all would go here for their dresses. You can see a lot of the stuff there in the windows are like those prom dresses. This is where they would have all the dances that were in the neighborhood. You came here. This is where you would go. And this was with everything happening in March, schools being shut down, there were no dances, there were no outings, there was no birthday parties, there were no Sweet 16, there was no nothing in this area. My homeboy, he's like, if you came out here in like June, the whole street was completely empty. This street was never empty. Let me tell you something else. That store right there, that convenience store right there, that convenience store has been here. They're suffering now too. Now, it's bad when a convenience store has to close like 4 or 5 hours early, man. Even the convenience store is shutting down. New Fashion is shutting down. There's another store I'm going to show you guys. But this was the ladies' fashion shop that is obviously not going to make it through the end of the month. You guys, that's where I got my first friendship bracelet, right there. Stars Jewelry. That jewelry store has been around, that jewelry store has been around, I think, maybe 50 years in this neighborhood. That was the neighborhood jewelry store before, other branches, bigger jewelry stores came in. This was the neighborhood jewelry store. This guy had this store for over 50 years. And between March and October of 2020, he has shut down. When I rolled up in here, this shocked me for a couple of seconds, man, because this is where I got the friendship bracelet. This is where, the dudes, if you had that special someone that was really kind of popular, if you come here, get the little ID bracelet, that kind of stuff, this is where you would go. And he's gone. Oh, this is some sad stuff, man. This is some sad stuff. This is incredible. This is wild. Yeah, that's new. That wasn't here when I was here. The City MD, that was not here. And this one, I came here back to visit like last year, and I was surprised when I saw, get a life. I was surprised to see we had a Zales here. Because we didn't have this here. I don't know what this was. What was this when I was here? I think this used to be like another clothing store, but this is like, when I saw this, I was like, oh wow, my place done came up since I was here. But look at how it's come down. This thing is hollow on the inside, guys. This is hollow. I never saw the place like a Zales jewelry store would even go out of business, but this place is not even here. Look at this. There is nothing here. Hollow inside. This is incredible. This was, I know when Zales came here, everybody was excited because that's like high-end jewelry, that's good quality. That's like a whole nother branch. And, whoa. Portobello's men's shoes going out of business, 80% off. Oh, this is sad. This is some, wow, man. What the heck did this stuff do to the community? What did they do, man? What did this place do? Wow, that's sad. Oh, man. Nostalgia, man. This is some very, oh, let's bring back some memories. This is hilarious. I remember these areas. They weren't this nice, but I remember these areas. I remember, you know, back there, there's a little fountain. Me and my brother, we used to just chill out there. Just relax, just to get out the house, see the sky a little bit. This place has come, did a nice little 180 that we've been here. Fountains are on. Just not such nostalgia, memories. One thing that's not fun is these lights. Those lights are not, oh, this is perfect. This was, there it is. That's the fountain. And that was not, they never had that on when we were here. When we were, the second we moved, that's when the place gets upscale. But that was, that's the fountain. That was it. Wow. I don't think in my whole life I ever seen that thing going on. What the stage? What the thing going? Wow, the Bronx thing came up. But definitely a very nice little piece right here. This is nice. Must bring back some memories. Got some sadness there too, because you're seeing how lively this place used to be. We're in October right now. I remember this place in October when I used to live here. This place was alive. It was very active. You know, you saw a whole lot more people out. And this was just, it's interesting. New York and Company, hollow and empty. I don't believe this. New York and Company, that was one of the high-end, kind of like middle area, middle level clothing shops. This place is hollow and empty. Look at this. And this is like the main drag of the community. This is empty. This is, oh, that's sad. Now, apropos, you got a dumpster in front of you. And now you got Dress Barn, that's hollowed out and empty. What the heck is it going, man? March to October, they have destroyed this place horribly. I remember this place used to be like a glasses place. They gave me glasses here now. Optometrist, he left. I heard some stuff about Macy's. I'm not sure about what they're doing. I heard some things about Macy's might be going out of business. I'm not even going to even put that out there too much, but I have heard rumors that even Macy's is looking to, you know, close a lot of their doors in the New York City area. So this is going to be something that's going to be interesting to see. So we're heading downtown now. This is just my old stomping. Ooh, got a Starbucks. This is my old stomping ground from when I was a kid. Now we're going to head down to Manhattan, Brooklyn area where I used to work. And I got one coworker left down there, and what they've told me about Manhattan is going to break your heart. So we're about to go find out. Alright, you guys. We were driving around here and we heard and we saw this. This, you guys, is the line for the voting. This is something I have never seen before. When I was living here, I think I voted for Obama when I was living here, but not even was the line this long for the Obama re-election. This line is going, you saw it went down that little path, and the line is going all the way down here. All this way, and one more time for effect, all this way down here. You see all the people, families came out for this stuff. This is incredible. This is, what is today? Today is Saturday the 25th, I believe. 24th, Saturday the 24th. And people are out in droves. They are out in full force for this. This is incredible. Look at this. Oh, come on. Oh, I can't wait to see what they got in Middletown. But this is ridiculous. Look at this. Everybody is out here in full effect, I guess, because it is the beginning of early voting in, I think, New York. So they all go around from that line you just saw. That's the end of the line. And that goes all the way down. And that's going to go all the way around. It's going to loop up that street we just came down. And through that little inlet, that little path, all to come out over here, I believe. So I think this is where they're going to be coming out, not coming, this is where they're going to be coming in to vote. This is where they're going to come into. This place here called, well, what used to obviously be called Bolton's is now where they have the election. So this is where this particular area is going to be coming to vote. This is incredible. Look at these people. This is a long line. This is incredible. This is incredible. This is woof. But that's the area, man. That's how times have changed. Between March and now, that's how times have changed. This whole area. Wow. And that's how it is here in the city. Middletown, I think they open up in our area this coming Monday. So I'm curious to see what our little pocket's going to have when they open up for early voting. And it's a little bit after 1 o'clock. So if this is how it is at 1 o'clock here on a Saturday, God only knows in some other places people have to drive to. And that's going to be kind of fun. Because you have to drive there, but you have to leave your home even earlier than normal to get there. Oh, that's going to be a long line. This is not going to be fun. This is not going to be fun. But what's interesting is we've never seen this much interest in an election. Not even the Obama election was this interesting. Was this convoluted and everything that goes along with it. So this is it's going to be a very interesting day for November 30. Even on November 3rd, when the president is elected, going to be a very, very interesting event. Very interesting result. I got an idea who I'm going to vote for. I'll tell you all after, but it's going to be interesting. Okay, you guys, you see that store right there? That is the convenience store. Now, that convenience store is owned by the exact same family for around maybe 30 years. They've been on this block. Now, what's interesting is that convenience store used to be there where Subway is, but the new owner of the complex here increased their rent astronomically to a point where they cannot afford it. So I remember we were living here when that happened, and they went out of business. And then they got this little piece next to it around maybe 5-6 months later, they were able to open up this location here. Now that little pocket right there, and I call it a pocket, because side to side, that store is on maybe 3.5 feet wide. And it goes around 20 feet deep. Now think about that, 20 feet long, 3.5 feet wide, for $3,000 a month. Nobody can live in there. It is incredibly tiny, very claustrophobic almost, for $3,000 a month. Now, you saw New Fashion, they're going out of business because they can't afford their rent anymore. Now, God only knows how much they are paying right now in an economy where no one has a job. No one has any income coming in. All of these stores around here are paying over $5,000, $6,000, $7,000, $8,000 a month in rent. And this is just what's happening. They have rent prices that are that high, but the customers, the clientele, have no income. So these stores are all going to eventually run out of time. They're going to run out of their own borrowed money and their own borrowed time. So they're going to eventually run out. You know, you see Bolton's, Bolton's is empty, they're evacuated, and they've turned that place into a new polling center. You know, so you saw the other stores here that have already shut down. I mean, it's just a matter. Oh, wow. Children's Place is gone. This used to be the children's place called the Children's Place. It was a nice little clothing store for children, and they are boarded up and gone. Okay, that makes around 7 businesses on the premium the main stretch of this area. And that's just all within walking distance of where I used to live, man. Alright, I'm gonna go downtown. I'm gonna see what life is like down where I used to work. Alright, you guys. Next time you see this, we'll be in Manhattan.